waited in line about an hour up top to get onto the elevator. There's normally 2 of them, and apparently only 1 is functioning right now. But that means that normally we would have waited 30 minutes just to get on the elevator. That's ridiculous. Had we to pay for just this event, it would have been $20. Totally not worth it. So I wouldn't recommend this part. But unfortunately, when you do a tour, you get the whole bucket of stuff. So, you know, but I mean, this is offensive. So yeah, the other thing is, one could argue that if we did this earlier in the morning when there was less people, much like we did the Maid of the Mist, that would have been the smart thing. The good news is Gracie and I are together, and we're doing this together, and we're gonna go have fun. So, this brings you to the Cave of the Winds, where the trip starts here. You can see we all still have our Maid of the Mist ponchos, so we're going to go for it. Those are the folks down there waiting, or doing the Maid of the Mist. So I'm gonna throw my jacket on, put my, Alright, so I've got about 17% battery left. So what I'm gonna do from here is I'm just simply gonna walk all the way up. I do have a 3rd battery, and I got plenty of memory. So I'll just take the trip up here and bypass the people with the selfies and probably get some degree of moisture on me, which of course is the point, right? Ridiculously wet, which is to be expected. But I gotta tell you, the water's not that cold, actually. There, is that better? So right here, you're getting like a ton of that mist, the same mist that you get when you're on the Maid of the Mist. Which is to be expected. The water feels so good. Oh, can you guys see that rainbow? I can see it through my glasses. I don't know if you can picture it in the, if you get it in the, hold on, I gotta put this up. Here we go. Alright, so let me see if Gracie made it. She has her thing off for some reason. I need to figure out why. So stand by. She may not want to come this whole way. So let's figure out what she's up to. Stand by. Alright, I'm gonna try this again. Gracie's definitely not gonna go for it. So I'm just basically gonna go up to the right and then meet her at the end. Sorry about that. But, let's give it a shot. Real worried. I mean, again, it's just water. We plan on heading back pretty much after this, so there's gonna be yeah, so they said it's basically like a 75-mile-an-hour wind up there. That's the hurricane deck. Now, to be fair, right here, I mean, you're getting severely rained on, so it's not like there isn't pseudo hurricane along the way. But yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess, but I think I'll pass. Oh no, how do I get around the, there we go.
You want a family photo?
Oh, good.
Oh no, you're getting plenty of it.
It's, yeah.
Pretty remarkable, huh?
No, it's awesome. Absolutely, I love the energy, man. So the downside is that to get like to get here, which is quite dry, you gotta go over to this. And right there, that's where it's just like initially kind of wet. So it's a bummer for the people that like, oh, all right, so Gracie has decided to do it. I really hope that she puts her camera I hope she's just sitting there taking pictures, because if she walks up here, her phone is absolutely gonna get wet if she doesn't Someone lost their hat. I don't know if you can see that. I'm still on wide angle, and I'm not quite sure what she's doing. I hope she puts her phone inside of her jacket. No. Yeah. I think she's realizing that. Once she gets basically like right there, then her phone should be okay. All right, cool. So she made it, so that's good. Do you want to go up there? Yeah. I mean, it's cool and kind of interesting, but whatever. My feet are already soaked, so. But yeah, it's pretty spectacular. The downside is I'm ridiculously distracted by the fact that their elevators suck. And they're tiny, and they're not, you know, they don't move people quickly enough. They move 10 people every friggin' 2 minutes. It's obnoxious. Okay, selfie time. So I got 2% battery left, so basically I'm just gonna run it out until we get up to the elevator, because all we're gonna be doing is waiting in line. I will say this, if you can figure out a way to get down here and back in a relatively short amount of time, do it. But I mean, for my money, considering it's only $5 more to do Maid of the Mist, that is definitely infinitely better ROI. Now, it helped us cool down in the afternoon, which arguably so could the Maid of the Mist. For my money, I think I would have rather have done Maid of the Mist twice than this thing. It was neat, but basically you're like standing on someone's old porch and there's water flowing on you, which, you know, it's okay. But again, for the same money, I highly recommend just do the Maid of the Mist twice. It's not, it's yeah, that's $25. Yeah, that's $25. This is 20, which is stupid. So anyway, but with that, it's Mike's
Crazy
from livemyassoff.com saying we hope you're living the dream, because if you're not living the dream, then there's a high likelihood that you were smart enough to not stand in the sun for 1 hour, to take an elevator ride for 30 seconds, to be able to walk on someone's back porch here in Niagara Falls. Talk to you soon. Ciao. So there's a line behind me, and then there's this giant tunnel that we have to wait in, which arguably is a little better because at least there's, you know, shade, right? But didn't plan this very well. 15 minutes from here. All right, that's good to know. We'll see. I believe he believes it's 50. If you're claustrophobic, I would really caution you about this. I can see how this might negatively impact someone's mood. It's disappointing, but the good news is at least the wait down here isn't as long as it was up there, and it's in the shade, and it's in a tunnel, so it's cool. But It's still pretty bush league. It kind of feels like you're at an amusement park that really hasn't been reconditioned since like the 80s. So that's too bad. And I mean, I know I'm sounding negative because I am, but the problem is that places like this are up against the competition of every other place that is like this, that realizes that the human experience is what will kill you on social media for ratings. And of course that at the end of the day, that affects your bottom line. So still, with Gracie, so anything's fun, right? One thing I will say is that because we don't live here, I'm so used to not tipping. There's even a sign in there that says like 20% is customary for tips. I even commented to Gracie about it. He just dropped us off. I completely forgot to give the guy a tip. I'm so bummed. I'm gonna contact the company and find out how to do that, because apparently a 20% tip is customary, which means I would have given him like $45. So I guess he was counting on that, and that's too bad. So I will, I'll figure out a way to follow up on that, because he actually did give customer service. And if you're of the same sort of brain that I am, then you know that TIPS stands for to ensure proper service. So I feel bad about that. But Randy was awesome. Over the Falls Tours is awesome. Link below. You know, even if like it wasn't long wait, the Cave of the Winds, I mean, for two people that would have been $50. That's not a $50 elevator ride by any means. So I wouldn't recommend that. Other people might. Maid of the Mist, totally worth it. I love boat rides. A lot of people are like, I'd rather be on a bus all day than a boat, so I get that. Gracie's gonna go inside. It's 3:45, so I mean, you know, we picked this up at 10. I guess it would probably be 5 hours at least. So anyway, that's important to know, because had they been able to like extend us for a late checkout, we'd be sitting here checking out at 3:45. And I can appreciate the fact that hospitality, they'd be like, dude, we basically haven't been able to rent the room because you wanted a late checkout. So I'm glad we didn't do that. I actually still feel pretty good. So we're gonna get on the road and drive a little bit. I don't know how far we're gonna get. But I don't really want to stay in Niagara Falls. I mean, like literally once you've done all that stuff, there's nothing in Niagara Falls. I could probably drive all the way home tonight. And in fact, we may do that, because there is nothing like sleeping in your own bed, is there? And anyway, so we'll see. But I really want to thank you guys for watching. I don't do a lot of videos anymore, mainly because I do everything with Gracie, so I don't really need to show her. No, not right now. I may in a sec. I'm gonna take off my shoes and socks first because they're wet. Yeah, it's fun doing this stuff. It really is. And I was actually amazed. I'm still amazed that, like, you know, in my mind, well, everyone's got a YouTube channel. Now that I've got a YouTube channel, and it's about, you know, everyone must have realized that there's nothing new. But there's tons of new stuff. And it really sort of motivated me to do a little bit more. So I think I'm gonna do a heck of a lot more with this YouTube channel. I was talking with Gracie about that. So anyway, you know, there's no short answer to any questions that get asked, you know, to me. I'm a talker. And but with that, I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much on behalf of Gracie and I. Hope you guys are living the dream. Because if you're not living the dream, then you're just simply going over the falls in a barrel with a cat.